Hello everybody, welcome back to Peachy Disc Golf. In this video, I'm going to be playing the back nine of Atlanta's newest disc golf course. We're here at DEKALB Memorial Disc Golf Course. This is the second course inside the perimeter here in Atlanta. We already played the front nine. Definitely be sure to check that video out first so you can see where we are ending up. No challenge in this video. We're just playing a practice round, casual. It's just me. I got the GoPro mounted on my head for a POV style video. Don't worry, in the future though, we will have some higher quality videos, I'm sure, with better cameras here at the park. So just thought we'd walk through the course and that way you could get an idea of how DEKALB Memorial plays. So far, I've moderately enjoyed the front nine. There are a couple of holes that I didn't like that much just because it has a big chain link fence along the left side of the holes because we're right up against Interstate 20. So a busy highway, and they don't want people obviously walking into the highway. So a couple of dangerous holes, you can easily lose discs on those. But so far we're sitting at +1, only one birdie so far. Not doing great, but a lot of pars, a couple of bogeys obviously. So here we are, starting right here at hole 10. Okay, so hole 10 here is 260 feet. We're in the B position. If you didn't watch the front nine for some reason, what are you doing? Go back and watch that, but just in case. So there's only one tee pad, but there are multiple pin positions for most of the holes here. And in this one, B position, 260 feet. You can see we have a nice defined straight fairway right down the middle, but the basket is tucked off a little bit to the left. So I'm gonna go mid-range. I'm gonna go with my reactor, straight to stable mid-range. Uh-oh. Oh, that got lucky. So, ooh, not great. I think that was gonna be a good shot if I made the fairway. It looked like it had decent speed on it. But you can see this is actually a really nice fairway, and that's been the case so far for the front nine. There are really nice defined fairways. There are some pretty tricky shots too in the middle here. We're in the woods. I think the first couple of holes are pretty open, and I think the last couple of holes here on this back nine are also open. So pretty fortunate hit here. You can see my disc. Fall is coming. It's going to be hard to find these discs soon. Luckily, most of my discs are not like this. They're pretty bright, but here we are. Straight shot to the basket. I'm gonna go the putter throw here. Try to put a little anhyzer on it. All right, and we're starting this video off just like we did the front nine with a pretty manageable par. All right, hole 11. This looks like a really fun hole. There's a grove of trees right in the middle, so you have a forehand line or turnover here on the left, backhand line here on the right if you're right-handed. Basket is right in the middle, but it's pretty high up. There's a little platform with some stairs. Man, this is a great looking hole, honestly. And I didn't do this in the front nine, but check out these awesome signs they have at every hole. They don't have the markers in yet for what pin position, but I'm sure those will come in soon. Also, shout out Contrast Artist Nails, one of my favorite breweries in the area. Big disc golf fans as well. It's actually where I got my first disc, was at Contrast. Got a Penrose from EV7 there with the Contrast stamp. This is the A position here, so we're 245 feet. Obviously par 3, all of the holes here are par 3. This left gap looks way easier to hit because it's a little wider, but not by much. But I don't have that kind of throw. So I'm gonna go mid-range here. Again, reactor. Actually, no, I'm not. I've already had a couple of not great ones. Let's go try a forehand. Gonna go with my most overstable mid-range here, the Pyro. That's a nice line, but it's too low. All right, so here, gotta float something up in the middle, I think, because up to the right, a little tricky. Honestly, if I get it up to the trees, should be fine. So if we're gonna float something, going with the glitch. I've been enjoying this a pretty good bit. Ever since I've simmered down, throw it soft, it's very straight, very floaty, and it sits usually, not too much roll. So here we go. Nice smooth throw. Oh, okay, that's not too bad, it's sat. Okay, kind of awkward footing. You can see my disc is right tucked in here. So, very high up. Nice. Here we go, another short hole here, hole 12, par 3. Looks like we're in the A position, 160 feet. Got two lines, forehand line, backhand line. Pretty tight on the backhand line. The forehand line is definitely more open. The B position is just a little further past, so same lines available to you, it looks like. Maybe the backhand line a little less so in that further position, but for now, let's take advantage of it. Gonna go with a overstable approach here, not with the slammer. This time we're gonna use the distortion, similar to the zone. It's just a little deeper, I find, so I enjoy it just a little more. I did like the zone a lot when I used it though, so just this distortion has been quite solid for me lately. Let's see if we can get a nice throw here. Nope, too wide. Let's just try one with the slammer. Maybe that's the play. Well, that got lucky. Plan for my first throw, obviously. Just want to go off to the right here, so probably going to use the NV here. Don't need something too crazy overstable. That should be good. So Udis actually says this is the B position, the longer of the two. It says the A position is up here somewhere. I'm not sure I believe that because I can see the potential for a pin position up there, but I don't see the base or anything for the B position. Not 100% sure, but good hole so far. Hole 13 looks like a doozy. Long hole, tucked off just a little to the left, but really it's a straight shot. This is a par 3. Looks like the B position, so 310 feet. That's pretty long. That's definitely a distance driver throw for me, but in this tight wooded gap, not doing that. Probably go with the Crave. Is probably what I'm going to throw, though it's a little breezy. I think the Crave will still be good. There's a pretty steep hill towards this baseball field here on the right, so that's something to just be concerned with, but it's, you can see, pretty densely wooded. Yep, we're gonna go Crave. This is my straightest fairway driver, so if I can hit the line, it'll be good, but no guarantees on that, obviously. Wow, that was one of my best throws. I actually put a little anhyzer on it, but just not too much to completely flip it over. That was perfect for me. I was definitely not expecting to get a birdie look, so I'm not too sad that there's a long way to this basket. Just happy to made it up, not in the woods. So I think we'll go with a soft throw of the glitch, nice and straight, and should be okay if we make it again. Just keep it in the fairway and try to get it right. And we'll just tap this throw in for par. Oh my gosh, this hole is a nightmare, it looks like. Hole 14, par 3. It's either 365 or 393. Oh, that's impossible for me. And it's very tight. Similar throw though to what I just threw, so probably go with the Crave again. Just gotta make it down, go with the Crave. If it gets around, that might be okay. Oh, we're in the fairway. I hit something. I didn't hit the tree I thought I was gonna hit, but we hit something, but we're in the fairway. We chunked off a little bit here. You can see the basket just barely. You can see the white flag the easiest. It's not too far here. I just have to avoid these trees in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hex. Just sort of hang it out towards those trees. Hope I miss them. We'll see. Still a bit of a challenge for sure. Okay, left a lot of meat on the bone there. Probably taking a bogey. Yep, not only is it pretty far, there's these two tiny little trees in the way. So I had to straddle, unlikely, to make this putt. Not a big fan of this hole personally. I think it's a little too far for a par 3. All right, so hole 15 here, par 3. I think we're looking at 320 feet off to the right here. It's not that green basket way in the distance, that comes a little later. So we just want something to go straight off to the right. Maybe a forehand actually would be best here. Otherwise a turnover could also work. Let's go with that actually. Go with our most understable fairway again, the Virus. Trying not to throw it up too high this time because there is a creek that runs off to the left here. So you don't want to go in there. Didn't keep turning, but I'm out in the open. Yeah, as we're walking up, you can see the basket right here to the right. So 330 is pretty far still for me. I don't know if this is in that last position. That's the furthest one. Let me check U-disc real quick. Yeah, it says it's in the C position here, so probably won't really be able to birdie this hole anytime soon without a miracle throw in. But honestly, let's see where we landed. That was decent distance with the Virus. Yeah, right here in the open. So we got a throw-in potential at least. Got a nice backstop as well with the hill behind it, so pretty safe run. Let's go with the glitch. Too far. Not too bad putting though, because of the backstop. Sink this straddle putt here. To get to hole 16, so hole 15 is back here. You just sort of walk along. We're coming up some stairs to a tee pad. We're gonna throw out into the open so you can see the hole right here. Wow, and here's the view from the tee pad. This is a very pretty shot. Got the basket straight ahead of us. It says this is on U-disc, this is in the C position, which you can see on the map here is the rightmost position. I think this is actually the B position. That's 230 feet. None of them are further than 250, I believe. 260 for the C position. And it's downhill. So just want something straight. Well, for a straight shot like this, my best option is the Mindbender. Last time I threw it on hole 1, I turned it though. The thing with the Mindbender is when it says 0-0, if you get it up to speed, it means it. So if you put even a little anhyzer on it, it's not gonna come back. So we just need to make sure to go nice, straight, and flat. That might be good. Come back a little. Oh, a little long. All right, so a little long of the basket. I think this is a pretty good disc choice for it. This or the Hex I think would have worked. Maybe with the Hex, I don't know. That one I probably need to hang out further right than I did with this throw. But let's see, we're sitting a little higher than the basket here in the circle. Got to make some of these putts. We're at, I think, 2 over right now. Got to try to get some birdies and see if we can get back to even before we finish today. Whoa, 2 birdies. That's what I need. All right, so 17 here, another open shot. We're looking at 305 feet, I believe. Actually, I think this is in the B position, so that's actually 325 feet. Uphill as well, just by the fence for the tennis court there. So, just gotta throw something down. We'll go with my longest driver, the Wave, and just don't want to throw it too high because I don't want it to go into that brush, that creek back over there. That was too high. But I'm in the field. All right, let's see. Maybe we'll get a throw in here. I'm gonna go with the Envy, I think. Definitely want to be careful though, because if we don't throw it far enough, it could roll down. But I'm not too worried about that actually. So we're going for it to get it in. That's good distance, not good accuracy. So to get to hole 18, I'm actually just walking right back to fairway of 17. You can walk along the road here as well, so in case you have someone playing behind you, but too lazy for that. All right, here we are right at the end, hole 18. I don't know if this is an A or B. A is 300 feet, B is 330 feet. So really, I don't think there's too big of a difference. The hole's gonna be in that direction. You have a big, wide open field to play in. So just going once again with my furthest throwing disc, going with the wave. We're just gonna get it down there. This one's a little downhill, so there is a chance that I can get this up by the basket. And let's see if we can end on a birdie. It's a little right. It's very right. That's not coming back. Oh, that had the distance too. All right, well, I got a pretty obstructed approach here. Luckily, it's not too far. So I'm gonna go Envy. Gotta go straddle out of the brush I landed in with my back foot on my disc, but I have a clear lane. And here we are, last putt of the day, hole 18, finishing off on a par, assuming I make this. Oh, a little questionable. All right, well, I am all finished up with my first practice round here at DEKALB Memorial Disc Golf Course. Overall, the course is pretty nice. It's definitely not my favorite course in the area. It would be worth it to come down every now and then. I do enjoy it more than Perkerson Park personally. A couple of negatives that I have are that it's I don't like the holes against the interstate just because of that fence line. And then towards the end, there are a couple of holes that are just very long for me personally for par 3. But that's just because of my skill level, obviously. If you have a better arm, which I'm sure you do, because my arm is pretty terrible, you know, they'll be more up your length. But the course is pretty nice though. It's they used the space that they had available here pretty well. There are some interesting mixes between open and wooded holes, so I really like that. And also it's got a good flow. Like, you could probably knock out a round pretty quickly. I took a little bit longer. I probably took about 2 hours, but that's because I was filming and talking in between. So you could probably finish in like an hour to an hour and a half. So it's a pretty good flowing course. There are a couple of areas where you might need U-disc to find the next hole. But I really like the mix of wooded and open holes. That's definitely my favorite thing about this course. There are a lot of fun lines with some cool designs for the holes. So props to the course designers for that. Overall, it's a nice course. If I'm in the area, I won't hesitate really to play. Just because, again, it's pretty quick. You can get a nice quick round in. And I'm sure once, you know, I get more familiar with the lines to throw, it'll be even better, higher scores. I finished +2, not great. But honestly, I've been struggling lately, so I don't know. I'm trying to work some things out with my form. It's been a struggle, really frustrating me. So I definitely can get tilted very easily, including today. So that's probably where some of those bogeys came from also. But there are plenty of birdie opportunities if you hit your lines. So it's a good test of skill. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. There will be future content here at DEKALB Memorial in the future, I'm sure. Again, with better video quality, we'll be using our real cameras rather than just the POV GoPro. That's all I had available to me when recording by myself. It's just so much easier to strap it on your head, and can't really zoom or anything, though. I can do it digitally. but it's not gonna be the best video quality. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing to this channel. If you enjoyed this course preview, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also ring that notification bell so you can be notified when our next episode comes out. And until next time, guys, cheers.